Good evening to you. This evening I'm going to cover using the Python IDLE arithmetic operators, and I'm going to show you an example of truncating division and the modular operator. Okay, so I've got this little table, and as you can see, you can ignore the BO, but this is how, if you remember in maths, there's a thing called BOMDAS, and so it's the order of operations, and it says brackets, order, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So I've got the truncating division. This is how the truncating division is represented, with 2 forward slashes. And this is the modular operator, which is the percentage sign in Python. And then the multiplication is represented by an asterisk, division is a single forward slash, addition is a plus, subtraction is a minus. And then you've got your exponentiation, which sets a to the power of b. If you do it a double star b. And then you've got a unary minus and a unary plus. Okay, and so when we talk about truncating division operator, this operator, called the truncating division operator, also known as floor division, truncates the result to an integer. It ignores the remainder in both integers and floating point numbers. Okay, and a modular operator, this operator, called the modular operator, also known as remainder operator or integer remainder operator, finds the remainder of a division. And so in this one example I've got, we're going to take 2 inputs, and the A is variables, okay? And so these are integer of type integers because they've got this int here. And we're saying we're going to take an input and we're going to ask the user to please enter the number of books issued to the school. Okay, and the input that we're going to enter is 400. And then for B, it's also a data type of integer. We're going to ask for an input from a user and we're going to say please enter the number of learners in the school. And the input for B was set to 55. Then what happens is it performs the operations, the truncating division, which gives you the total. Okay, so this is a variable here, the total, and we're saying equals the truncating division of A divided by B, and the remain is equal to A percentage B, which is our modular operator. Then at the bottom over here, it's going to print the results, and the print over here has the value is inside of the inverted commas, and this is just so that you're adding extra text to the user. Okay, and then there's a comma, and then it's the variable, which is this one here, and then we've got also print the remainder is, and then the remain variable that's declared over here. And so if you have a look, this is the actual result of what happens if we enter the 400 by 55. We get a value of 7 for the total, and we get a remainder is 15 for the remain. So I'm just going to show you how I've done it. So first of all, I'm booted up my computer, and then I'm going to go into my Python IDLE program. So this is the one that I use. Okay. And what I've done is I've gone to options and I've said configure IDLE, and I've gone and unchanged my font to an Arial and a size of 14 with a space of 5. Okay, and I've clicked on apply over here and I've clicked on OK, so it's made the font look a little bit nicer and clearer. Hopefully it's much clearer for you guys to see. So if I click on file and I go to new file, then this is where I would start typing out my commands. So I'm not going to waste your time and show you me typing. I'm going to pause the video, do the typing, and then we'll go through it. Okay, so I'm back, So what I've done is I've put comments over here, and as you can see, the first comment says, how many books does each learner receive? This is the input. A and B are variables that store the input. The input is of type integer, int. Okay, so we've got our A, which equals int, input. Please enter the number of books issued to the school. Then we've got B, which is also data type of int, and we're saying input, please enter the number of learners in the school. And as I mentioned, it should be 455. So what I've done is I've added some extra commands here. I'm going to print out A and I'm going to print out B so that you make sure that you know what values were entered. Then this is the processing. So I've done a not floor, which is just A divided by B, and I've said to it, please print this value once it's not floor. Okay, and so you'll see what the value would have been without flooring, and then obviously here's the floor operator and then the remaining one, and then it prints the results over here. Okay, so without further ado, let's click on Run Module. You'll see that it comes up and it says Save because this is untitled over here. So I just click on OK, and I'm going to say this is my arithmetic example. Okay, I'm going to click on Save, and now you'll see here's the first input. It's saying please enter the name of the books issued, as you can see here, and whatever's written in green is appearing here in blue. Please enter the number of books issued to the school. As I mentioned, the entry was 400. Okay, then you can see here, please enter the number of learners in the school, which is written over here, and the record was meant to be 55. Okay, and there we go. So now we've got our input, which is this print A. If you have a look, let's move this on the left here, and we move this on the right. So you can see print A was 400. That's what variable A is. Print B, that was variable B's figure that we inputted. And then not floor, this is the value for not floor. As you can see here, this is the value if not floored, and it was a 7.27 something. And then obviously the other ones were, the value is the total, which is here, and the remainder is 15, and that was done by these two operators, one being the truncating division operator or floor, and the other one being the modular operator or modulus. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that it's helping you and that you're going to learn and be excited to write your exam for INF1511. Thank you very much. Goodbye.